How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to learn how to play Ed Sheeran's brand new song, Eyes Closed. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, and comment down below how you get on with learning this song. So for this song, we're in the key of D major, which is D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. That's the notes of the scale. And we're going to have a capo on the 3rd fret. Ed Sheeran plays this a half step lower, so when you compare what we're doing here to what he does live, we're playing as it is in the original recording. Ed Sheeran puts his capo on the 2nd fret because he doesn't play it like the original recording in D major. He plays it in C sharp major. So if you're wondering why there's a difference between what I'm showing you here and Ed Sheeran, how he plays it live, that is the reason. But this is the correct way to play it if you want to play it just like the original song. So with our capo on the 3rd fret, this is what it sounds like. So that is how it sounds. And what I should say is, as well, is that the guitar part is kind of blended with the synth at the same time. So the low bass notes kind of sound like a synth rather than a guitar, but I think there's a guitar part definitely there in those bass notes, and it's just merged with the synth in the mix. So what is this outlining chord-wise? Let's talk about that first. What it's outlining is D major with the first part, then it's outlining a D/C sharp, so a D major with a C sharp in the bass. It's then outlining a B minor chord, or a B minor 7 if you wish, and then it's outlining a G major. So what we're doing with this whole section is, whenever we go to the 5th or 6th strings, we're using our thumb. I'm going to place our thumb nice and flat across both of them. When we play the 3rd string, we're always using our middle finger to pluck upwards. So we're going to start with a D octave, 2nd fret with your 1st finger on the 5th string, little finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. This is what it's going to sound like. We're always going to play the 5th fret palm muted. And we're always going to play the 3rd string accented. And that's our pattern. So we're going to go 5th string, 3rd string, 5th string twice, and then the 5th string and the 3rd string together. You see how the 5th string still sounds dull compared to the accented 3rd string, even though we're playing them at the same time. So I'm just making sure I'm only palm muting the 5th string and not the 3rd string. So it sounds like the 3rd string is louder. So all together. 5th string, 3rd string, 5th string twice, 5th string and 3rd string together this time. Then we're going to go down with our 1st finger, a fret. So we're going from fret 2 to fret 1. And we're going to do the exact same thing, apart from we're not going to play both the 5th string and the 3rd string together at the same time at the very end. We're just going to play the 3rd string on its own. So it's going to sound like this. Like that. So we're still palm muted on the 5th string. We're still doing the accents on the 3rd string. So 5th string, 3rd string, 5th string twice, 3rd string, normal speed. We're then going to swap from using our 5th string to using our 6th string, and we're also going to be using our 3rd finger instead of our 1st finger. Same idea though, like on the 5th string, but on the 6th, we're going to palm mute the 6th every time we play it, still doing the accents on the 3rd string. Same pattern basically as with our D/C sharp. Only difference being is we're not going to let the notes bleed into each other like we did for D and D/C sharp. And we're on the 4th fret, by the way, with our 3rd finger. So actually both fingers are on the 4th fret this time. So we're doing that finger hopping because we don't want the notes to bleed into each other, like I said. So that implies a B minor, because you've got the root there and the minor 3rd on the 3rd string. Then what we do is we just let go of our 3rd finger, keep our little finger where it is. This now outlines G major. Like that. We're going to get a little bit of bleed between the notes here because it's obviously an open string, but we're going to try and not make it too obvious. We're going to be palm muting the 6th string as usual, playing the open once, accents in the 4th fret, going back to the open E string again, playing it twice, palm mute as usual, back to the 3rd string with our little finger. What's new is, once we've done that, we're going to slide up and pick the 9th fret with our little finger before the whole thing repeats again. So what we have so far then that's all it does. It just repeats that over and over and over throughout the track. I think there are some other guitar bits in this, but they're so quiet in the mix, they're hardly noticeable. It's more of an effect, the other guitar parts that are laid on top, rather than something you're meant to audibly hear well. Now, when I saw Ed Sheeran playing this live, I noticed that when he gets bored, he starts playing chords rather than this picking bit. So what he does is he plays a D power chord. So that's going to be 2nd fret, 5th string with your 1st finger, 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and your little finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, like that. So that implies D major. What he then does for the D/C sharp, he just moves his 1st finger down, and he's strumming all of these chords. It's kind of improvised the way he strums it, so just have a listen. What he then does for chord 3, which implies B minor, he uses his 2nd finger rather than his 1st finger. And for this B minor 7, we're still on the same strings as before with our 3rd finger, little finger. We're just placing our 2nd finger onto the 4th fret of the 6th string. So that implies a B minor 7. Then what happens is he lets go of his 2nd finger and he puts his 1st finger back down where it was before for the D chord. He's playing the 6th string, 5th string, 4th string and 3rd string together. And this implies basically a G sus2 chord, which is pretty nice. And then he just repeats it all over. And that is basically the whole entire song. Right guys, so that is the end of the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did find something useful, then please make sure to subscribe, make sure to like and comment down below how you get on with learning this song. If you want the tab, you can go over to my website, which is www.sean-bennett.com. and find it there. You could also just click on the link in the description, which will send you right to it. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.